All right, things are looking good out there. We got blue skies over the fog that you may be experiencing at your location this morning. If you do have it, it's not going to last long. It probably has already lifted. It's just a matter of it breaking up. But once you do have that happen, it's beautiful. Blue skies, warming temperatures, and warming quickly throughout the day today. It looks like we could maybe be seeing a little bit of a shower popping up over there in Greene County, but everywhere else it is a clear max track for now. Of course, give it some time and things will flare up as they typically do with summertime heat. And that's what we're dealing with today. But what's driving all of this is our second cold front of the weekend. The one yesterday came through and broke apart. It did deliver all of those showers and storms, so it had some effect, but this is the stronger of the two, and certainly the one that's going to bring in a better chance for showers and storms overnight tonight. It's also going to be the one that cools us down. We're taking those temperatures down about 10 degrees between today and tomorrow. So obviously doing its job, but the stronger of the cold fronts is always going to be the one that does that. You can see the fog being picked up on the future track. It lifts, breaks up, and then the cumulus starts to build. The lower cloud coverage that eventually turns into a few showers and thunderstorms, and the bulk of the activity will be where the lower pressure sits for the first cold front, and that's down in our southeastern counties. But later on this evening, and more so tomorrow morning, that's when the cold front number 2 gets here, and primarily north of Interstate 64 is where the bulk of that rain sits. But some of that will eventually drop south and continue into our southeastern counties, and by about 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, the storm is leaving, but it's still dropping a few rain showers down south and east. And then beyond that, the rest of Tuesday looks really good. High pressure builds in, and then going into Tuesday, things are really just nice as we go forward. Now, with those storms later on tonight and primarily tomorrow morning, there will be at least a chance for some of them to run severe. More isolated incidents versus scattered incidents. Damaging wind gusts and hail are the two primary threats. They're both on the low end, and that's symbolized by the fact that we have the marginal risk, the 1 out of 5, for our entire forecast area. The only spots that may be included in on that are extreme western Shelby and western Nelson County, but those sit in the slight risk, so does Louisville. So the further west you live, the better your chances are for severe storms early tomorrow morning. I think most of us will be fine. It's just one of those things where it's an overnight event. So if you're going to be in some of those areas or really anywhere, a good idea would be to have your phone on loud, get those weather alerts in case something does happen later on tonight. But as far as rainfall goes, about a half an inch, maybe an inch of rainfall with some of those storms out there. But for the most part, if you live south of I-64, it's going to be a non-event. Total lunar eclipse happening tonight. In fact, right around midnight is when this total lunar eclipse happens, and it really goes for quite a while. From about 11:30, the totality begins, and it ends around 1 o'clock in the morning. So you got plenty of time to see it if you can see it, and that's one big if. Because of those thunderstorms early tomorrow morning, the cloud coverage is certainly going to increase before this. So you might have a chance to see it. If you do, it's always a cool event to see when the moon turns that deep shade of red. Now, beyond this, really everything looks great Monday afternoon.